What did it mean just to get this most recent title that you just won?
It was exciting. My second U23 World title, so that was really it was special just to be able to go out there and do it again. At Senior Worlds, I got a bronze, so I kind of felt like I had to redeem myself almost. So the fact that I had an opportunity to go and compete at the U23 Worlds felt good, and I felt like I was able to kind of redeem myself in a way. So yeah, it was definitely special, and it was hard, right, to get back on the mat so fast and get back onto that level. But yeah, I'm glad I did it. So.
What does it mean to have both you and then Kennedy kind of go back to back in the lineup, knowing what you guys accomplished last season too?
Yeah, I mean, last year was crazy because, I went Macy, Kennedy, me, like, it was kind of like the triple threat, like, bang, like, like, once you hit 145, like, it's going to be hard to beat us. But same thing with this year, like, we have a strong lineup, and with me and Kennedy back to back, like, it is going to be, hard to beat us. So I think it's fun that we get to go out there and just kind of, like, build off of each other, and it'll be a good year for both of us.
Looking at after the Olympic trials last year, you talked a lot about to us like how much that was a motivator for you, and then since then it's been 2 U23 World titles. You've gone on the senior stage, you've gotten bronze.
Yeah.
Last year you don't give up a point in the college season. How much is that still continuing to motivate you today, as we've kind of seen it's been nothing but domination kind of since then?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does. Like, it still burns, like, to this day, like, like not achieving that goal when that was my ultimate goal that year. And then coming back, getting a bronze medal, and then this year again, it was like I got a bronze medal last year, but this year I was expecting myself to win it. So it's like falling short again. And it's just more fuel to the fire. And I think that it's just going to continue to build and keep building all the way through LA.
Where do you feel like you've grown the most from then to where you kind of are now?
Yeah, I think just like learning my process and learning, like what I need to do in order to be my very best. It takes a long time. Like, I've been competing on the international stage for almost 10 years now. I started in 2016, so I have a lot of experience under my belt. But yeah, I think just building off of all my experiences has really helped me.
As you mentioned, you're not losing often, you're not failing often, but how much of your continued development is just being able to process the moments where even if you win, there's something that you want to improve and turn that around quickly. I was talking to Coach Mayap. He mentioned a couple weeks after Senior Worlds, you got in a position in practice that was maybe similar to that quarterfinal, and that you kind of, in that moment, kind of shook it off and were ready to move on to the next thing. Just how much is that a big part of your development going forward? Yeah,
I mean, I definitely think that's something that is very, it's hard for me to look, when I run through a tournament like I did at U23s, I'm always nitpicking myself. And coach sometimes says, you need to, look more on the positive side. You did so many things great, but the only things that sometimes I can see are the things that I need to improve on, which I think can be, really good, but also, it can make it hard on myself as well. But I think that's why I'm having so much growth, is just because I continue to constantly see the things that, I can continue to grow in. Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with just my recent development.
On a scale of 1 to 10, then where was your frustration at after a tech fall in the semis?
Well, I was actually really frustrated after that match. I kind of internally set a goal that I didn't want to get scored on at that World Championship. So obviously that didn't happen after that match, and just a couple mistakes. And it was in my mind, I'm I should have done this, I should have done that, I could have done this. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I didn't even wrestle a full match that whole tournament. So, I mean, that's a statement in itself. But, yeah, I definitely was pretty upset. I was a little upset, and coach was you need to realize, you had a great day today. And I'm just yeah, I guess. But, yeah, no, I definitely am hard on myself in that way.
Something you've talked about before is wanting to start fast at some big tournaments like that. And your first match at Worlds this year, a lot of people thought, that could easily be the gold medal match, given her credentials. What was your impression of that performance, and is that a big building block moving forward to kind of check that box?
Yeah, I know. Definitely, the Indian competitor, I knew she was going to be tough. We were probably, the most high-credentialed in the bracket, and for that to be the first-round match, I was really, guys? This is what we're going to do? That's just kind of rude, but I was just you know what? I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to just do what I need to do, basically. And I did come out firing. I felt good, and I ended the match really fast. So just to get that done with, I was okay, the ball's rolling. I just got to keep it rolling. I felt pretty happy and confident in myself after that one.
And I want to ask one question about Nyla. She's somebody obviously has been off the mat the last couple seasons. But from hearing about her and knowing about her in some ways, it seems like she's either good at just about everything or she's going to get good at just about everything.
Yeah.
What about Nyla has ever surprised you that she's been good at? And maybe is there anything you give a hard time about not being awesome at doing?
Yeah, I think with Nyla, she is just so, like you said, like if she's not good at something, she'll get good at it. And just seeing her over the last 3 years, like what she's had to go through, not being able to compete, like being here for all this time, watching all of us compete, wear that Hawkeye singlet, and she's sitting on the sidelines doing rehab. Like I give her so much props because I know like when I've been injured and I'm sitting on the side, like I'm just itching to get back so hard, and for her to go like back to back with those injuries, like I have so much respect for, you know, how hard she works to get back. So I'm just like super excited to see her go again and be able to finally, you know, represent our program. And then I think something that she's, you know, it's just Nyla, but she's kind of a ditz. She'll lose things. Like if her head wasn't attached, like she'd be like, where did it go? You know, like she loses everything. But you know, that's just Nyla. She's got so much else going on in her big brain that, you know, some of the little things she'll forget, or big things, I guess.
I'm sure you get asked this a lot, but how does it feel kind of to be back, like with defending like a title, knowing that you've already gone so high above whatever the bar was, and you've still got another year to top it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just going to try to continue to keep the ball rolling. Like I set the bar, you know, for myself, and you know, a big thing we talk at Iowa is being above the standard. So I think if we continue to just strive to even pull away further and further from the standard, I think you know, excellence and our success will come with it. So I think I expect nothing less than what we've done in the past.